Yo. I'm not even gonna say the title. I did not search this up. I swear I did not search this up. It came from my recommended. Decided to watch it. That's it, really. Let's just watch it, cause I don't know, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be talking that much, cause if I feel like if I talk too much, I'm just disrespectful or offensive or something like that.
Choose any of you guys to be the mole.
This is gonna be the hardest
even me
thing.
myself, like it's like I think I'm the mole, honestly. I think we just talk about our disabilities.
I prefer disorder.
Disorder, yeah.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed in middle school, and then I transitioned to a school for people on the spectrum. Once I graduated middle school and went to that school, I kind of really enjoyed where I was at and everything. This is really hard because there's like so many eyes on me already. It's just taken a while to accept that I have a disorder. There's people who I've met myself who say you have autism, and my family would be like, did you tell him you have did you tell him you have a disability? No, I don't think I need to. But reality, it really does help to know that I do have autism.
They first suspected me of being autistic when I was 5, but they hesitated to diagnose me because I was too intelligent.
I mean, that's a compliment right there, being too intelligent.
I feel like in some ways it's a little bit of an insult.
I was diagnosed at the age of 2. I don't see it as a disorder or a disability because I don't see my autism as something that's negatively affected my life, because like I like who I am, I like the way I think, and I don't want to change a single thing about myself.
Honestly, like being here is like we have to. Oh, go ahead, Amanda. Sorry, I've spoken so much.
I personally see autism as a disability. I have a master's in disability studies. The medical model of disability inherently says that autism or any other disability is within our own fault, and that we are the cause of the disability. But the social model of disability says that society is the cause of the disability. So autism is a disability because society is not made for me. That disability comes from without, not within. I grew up autistic and deaf, and I grew up feeling like I was such an outcast, and I was the odd one out. Oh hey, I just used the name of the. That was fun.
I was diagnosed when I was 4 years old, and it's
Okay, not trying to like say nothing, but I don't think that's what we should have did. I forgot to guess. I don't think she's the mole. Hold on, I gotta. What time are we on? 2:15. Okay.
Like we have to.
Okay. I think she might be the mole. Him or him. No, her or him. But I'm gonna put my guess right here. Let me know if you get it right in the comments.
it's like it's always been a difficult process for me. Like basically going up, going to school and everything. Know that people don't perceive me as this normal guy. So I figure if I'm going to be this autistic person, like might as well be the best autistic person that I can be. I always
Preach!
Yeah. I always try my best to excel in school. I always tend to be like one of the smartest kid in school. That's a whole stereotype.
I would consider myself a late bloomer. I was diagnosed at the age of 22. I went most of my life always knowing that there's something different about me, but I couldn't put my finger on it. The reason why I only got diagnosed this year was because I recently moved to a large metropolitan area that has many resources, and so that was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, because I have access to therapy, and I was finally able to get an answer that I was always looking for. I really, really struggled to fit in. I really struggled to be able to come up with the right words to get other kids to want to talk to me. And so I stood out pretty badly, and that continued throughout my entire time in grade school. I remember first feeling what depression was when I was around 6.
So when I was in university, they make us do these psychological studies, because I was studying psychology, and they have different things you can apply for. And I noticed one of them was
I don't care. She's not autistic, bro.
they were studying autism in women. specifically like people who are older.
She does
So
not
I
autism.
applied, and that was how I got my diagnosis, which was like, I was 21 then. My wife and like one of my friends are actually the only people that know I've been diagnosed. So
she's lesbian,
surprise
bro.
family or friends, anyone who's watching. It was like an eye opener. It was kind of bittersweet because it was like, I'm happy now. I have answers to all things that were going on before that I thought might have been something wrong with me.
There is nothing wrong with you, okay? You're amazing.
I
Thank
agree with
you.
that.
I agree. I agree now.
Should I go ahead? Yeah.
Yeah, I was diagnosed with when I was a child, but I didn't know I was autistic because, I mean, as a 2, 3, 4-year-old, I mean, I don't know how one even knows what's supposed to be up with them. So it's definitely hard to speak in a group situation because I can never tell the rules of like how to, like when to talk and when to speak up. It's kind of like just jumping in like right when you're kind of feeling like it. Plus, I've also blocked a lot of my childhood memories from trauma. And so I lived my whole life just wondering why
so
I couldn't
unfunny.
connect to people.
Understand
Understand
feelings.
each other.
Yeah. Can I ask you guys a
Related to
questions
the
about like
African-American guy was
what
just
are
staring at him, it's crazy.
stimulants? Like, do you guys like chew gum, or do you guys like have anything that you guys do specifically to like keep you guys calm or keep you guys? Go ahead, Amanda.
The color pink.
The color pink. Okay. Keep you guys. Go ahead, Amanda.
The color pink.
The color pink.
Nice.
Okay.
You're
It's my
wearing pink right
favorite
there.
color in the whole world. My whole room is pink. At home, my bed is pink, my bedspread is pink, and my pillows are pink, and my rug is pink, and my carpet is pink. I even have a framed pink picture of and most of my clothes are pink. I love pink. It's the best color in the whole world.
Okay. Okay. I've never heard.
I love
color.
blue too.
I like blue too, but pink is better.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it's subjective.
How do you guys feel about the term high functioning?
I don't like that
I
term
didn't
at
really
all.
think about it too much.
I don't think I think about it either. that
Autism
much
is too
either.
much of a spectrum. So many people with autism have so many different experiences.
I can't choose any of you guys to be the mole.
This is gonna be the
like,
hardest
even me
thing.
myself, like it's like I think I'm the mole, honestly. Like
Like how they were like, try to find the mole, and we're like, maybe there's none. There's no Just go on.
Even the person who's neurotypical might just be an undiagnosed autistic.
Yeah.
You never know that. You never know about that.
I mean, like, damn, all this relates. Wait a second. Huh.
The mole might not be neurotypical. Just because someone doesn't have autism
nerve
doesn't
used to go,
mean
bro.
the mole could have like ADHD or OCD.
Actual
and
anxiety.
could be overlapping the symptoms that could be associated with autism as well.
My kid has a genetic condition that is not autism, but does manifest behaviorally and neurologically in many ways that are similar to autism. So when people interact with my kid, they often see an autistic child, but my kid isn't autistic.
Does autism run in any of your guys' family?
I realized I was autistic because my half brother, he's 5 years old. Well, I guess he's 7 now. Whoops, I don't know his age. But like, I see him, I'm like, huh, wasn't I like that when I was a kid? My mom was like, yeah, because we thought you're autistic too. I was like, what?
And I just found out that my youngest nephew was just recently diagnosed with autism as well. So, but luckily he had an uncle who already experienced everything that he going to experience, and I can I could be a mentor towards him.
Yeah, my dad is an undiagnosed autistic. Sorry, Dad.
Go ahead.
do you ever like wake up and feel like you're not autistic and like or like you have a disability? You're like, this is just me. Like
Yes.
I feel that way.
It's called masking.
I think I could be seen as neurotypical passing sometimes because I try to hide as much symptoms as possible because I was trained to do so at a very early age.
People that don't have experience with others who have autism,
I don't do that
they
bone out
expect to
thing, whatever,
stand
no.
out, and that's not always the
It's
case.
just,
You know, I mean, we all look like humans.
I think you can blame that partly on the media, how they
Yeah.
portray us.
We don't really have good representation of us.
No, we don't.
What that movie with Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man, yeah, where you being on the spectrum automatically mean you're good at gambling. I wish I was good at gambling or something.
None of them have the same experiences that I do. So there's no way to have pinpointed, oh, this person is more quiet, this person is more socially awkward. There's no way to tell who was autistic or not.
On the count of 3, will the mole please raise their
They didn't build
hand?
nobody up.
1,
It's gonna be,
2, 3.
Oh!
Who could have seen that coming? I totally didn't see that coming.
I was shook.
I was like, no,
I
it cannot be
should
her.
stay
It
with
can't
my
be
original
her.
guess,
I never would have
bro.
guessed.
I actually didn't lie about anything. I just flipped out autism with FASD, and it stands for fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. I was
Medical conditions that occur when a
exposed to
person was exposed to alcohol before birth. Okay.
alcohol when I was inside my mom in the womb for the first 5 months. And you can kind of think of FASD as a spectrum just like ASD.
Even though she might not have been autistic, there are a lot of overlaps between autism and many other neurological disabilities.
FASD is never talked about. I've never met a single person who shares that diagnosis with me.
What differences do you see between people with autism versus?
I actually see a ton of similarities. And I wouldn't want to discredit anybody else's experience, but autism does run in my family very heavily. My dad has autism, I have a sister that has autism, and I have quite a few cousins who have autism. And I also have quite a few friends who have autism.
Damn, we're not your first.
The autism community.
Bro, that boy is so like that fucking nerd is so cringe, bro.
Accepts you.
I love you guys.
Getting a diagnosis can be a whirlwind of emotions. As long as you stay true to yourself, I promise you
That's it for today's video. That nerd was getting on my nerves. I expected it, but at the same time I didn't, because I changed my my vote or whatever. But that Loki made me mad. And that girl, like the girl that's on the screen right now, bro, I'm mad that she's lesbian. If she ever talked to me, I identify as 23. But yeah, that's it for today's video.